Lakini mzee ametuangusha. Tupige makofi. Alafu niwaambie. Sasa unaimbaje wimbo na upigi magoti bro? Hebu jaribu tena lakini upige magoti. Twende. Mrembo, come. Piga tena. You are my African queen.
You are my African queen.
Hey!
The girl of my
What is talent?
You take me where I've never been.
Check my coffee.
You make my heart go.
You are saying I'm chochi bana. Tu choche umse. Tupige makofi. Thank you so much. Umesema jina yako ni nani? Clinton. Tupige incognito makofi tafadhali. Hey. Alafu mnasema Kenyan men are not romantic. Mpaka akapiga magoti after tumemwambia. Sio ni romance. Aya, so. Without much ado, I'd like to remind you that we are on live stream tafadhali. You can actually join us on live stream ntv.co.ke/live. Mukiingia pale, we'll get an opportunity to interact with our products. Na pia we are at MKU, courtesy of Rada, Yetu and NFM or Nation FM 96.3. Tuwapigie makofi tafadhali as we welcome you officially to this amazing event. Without much ado, I'd like to welcome the amazing presenters of the amazing podcast. Mtaipenda sana, inaitwa Speaking of Gen Z. Sawa sawa? Tuwapigie makofi tafadhali. DJ, cheza kitu hawa watu wa dance. Kwani iko nini? Yes, let's go. Let's dance like her. Let's go. Let's go. Wako wapi wasapere? Twende wasapere.
No.
Hey, now DJ. Thank you so much. Tuwapige makofi one last time. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you. MKU niaje.
Yeah.
Rada yenu ni gani? Rada yenu ni chafu.
We are so excited to be here, MKU. Saseni, speaking of Gen Z, is in the house. Woo! So, this is our very first live recording of the podcast, guys. Sure. And we're so excited to be here. My name is Jackie Masharia.
Yes, and I'm Michelle Namasaka.
And we host a beautiful podcast called Speaking of Gen Z. And Speaking of Gen Z runs on Nation FM every Wednesday from 10 a.m. And and you can catch up with us every Wednesday. We have amazing conversations about our generation. And today we are going to have a very lovely discussion. Michelle, what are we talking about today?
Before we go there, Speaking of Gen Z is also available on Spotify. What was Spotify? What was Spotify hapa? And I will search to Speaking of Gen Z. We have very nice conversations. Unafaa uende utafutea why campus students are looking for mumamas and mubabas. Ndio? Tuko na conversation hapo. As I said, my name is Michelle na hapa tumekuja kuongelelea mental wellness. Kunaendaje? Rada ya akili zetu in uni ikoaje? And today we have such a lovely guest, Daktari. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yeah, my name is Winston Barasa. I'm a mental health specialist also, but I work with police healthcare. Yes.
Oh, sasa tukuite daktari.
Yes, kuna daktari in the house.
Daktari wa mapenzi. Lakini ule ndo daktari wa mapenzi ule. Ni aje?
So today, our topic on mental health is about peer pressure. Ukikam uni, there's a lot of need to fit in. There's the idea, inasemanga nini, expectation versus reality. And when you land in uni, things are so different. things are confusing and you feel like, hey, kwani zile vitu nilikuwa naona Instagram, why are not happening here?
Unajipata ukiuliza class, does the pressure increase or decrease? Does the pressure increase or decrease? The pressure is getting worse.
Exactly. So today tunataka kuingia kwa hii conversation. Michelle, mimi nimemaliza uni, so I'm currently working. But sasa zenye niliingia uni, nilisomea USIU. Thanks. Nilisomea USIU, and when I joined uni, there's the expectation that, oh, you're gonna be going to all these parties and hanging out every weekend. Hey, kufika huko ni books, kusoma. My life inakupeleka haraka. There's no time for all the partying and everything. Michelle, I don't know what your experience was like in uni.
Well, mimi before ni join uni, nilikuwa na watch series inaitwa Grownish. Mshai watch your series. Mshai, your series ni uongo. Ni uongo kama kitu ingine hapo sita mention. Iko na uongo mob. And I thought nikiingia uni nitakuwa na hiyo clique of friends. Kila after class tuna hang out, tunaongelelea governance, you know, we have good friends, but shock on me. Point ilifika, I think I even got introverted. I'm such an extrovert. Nilinyamaza nikakuwa peke yangu, you know. The pressure became worse.
Kabisa. So we're going to talk to Daktari in the house. Atuambie, when you're joining uni, there's all these expectations that you have. How are we supposed to manage our expectations? Ndio tusifike point yenye sasa people are slipping into depression and other things.
Gen Z, yeah? Gen Z, does the pressure increase or decrease?
It increases.
So, nani anajua peer pressure ni nini exactly? So when you get in campus, there is that peer pressure. You see your fellow friends on, we have, that is TikTok, wanaenda live daily. Kuna wale Instagram pages, they are flooded. Wewe hauna hata one page. Unashindwa utaanzia wapi?
Pages ni za vitabu.
Pages unajua ni za ziko library. So for me, I always think that maybe you can plan yourself, ukaangalia the situation where you can fit in. So fitting in is one of the easiest thing you can do when you get in campus for the first time. Avoid vitu zenye unajua hapa ukiingia, it will be tough for you. That is for coping with peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yes. Just avoid much things that you know. Hizi utakuwa na high pressure to cope with it. Ujipate kwa mental crisis. Yeah.
Hii mambo ya avoid what you've mentioned. See, it's very easy kujipata kama uko lonely, especially kama when you fresher. Mnaget. See, mnaget. It's very easy kujipata probably uko lonely ama you don't know where to fit in, so unajifungia, and hiyo kujifungia inakamna so many other things. Unaweza jipata sasa umeanza kutumia madre nini. How do we maintain tuna avoid at the right pace, if I could say? Daktari.
To make a daktari on the spot.
Daktari.
For solitudeness, I will advise that ukiingia campus, especially that time you are still a fresher, watu wanaenda sherehe. Unaambiwa sherehe ni sheria, sio?
Kabisa.
So you try to avoid that, but identifying yourself is good. Have you identified yourself at one point? Ukajua we ni nani? Yeah, that one will drive you. Like hiyo ndo inakurudisha default setting. Sawa, So for Gen Z, just identify yourself, then uone ni crew gani utajoin, move forward. It's okay.
Yeah. So I think Daktari, And I think I relate to what you're saying because kama mimi savenye nilienda uni when I was in USIU, there's the pressure to want to be in a particular clique. But then you realize your values don't align. Who you are as a person, I align na your clique yenye unataka kujoin. So it's very important to have that self-identity. Ujue where you actually stand, what your values are, what you believe in. And then it will be easier for you to just seamlessly fit into campus life. Michelle, there's also the aspect of relationships, and this is big.
Yeah.
Tukianza hapa morning, people are saying they're single. Hey, watu huku, no one, hakuna mtu ako in a relationship. But there's also your pressure ya kuwa in a relationship. I don't know how many of us here are taken.
Actually, very few. But I think it's a thing na Gen Zs. Watu Gen Zs nowadays tuna avoid kucommit. Sindio? Sikuna hiyo. Like you'd rather just have kamutu tu, ama tu watu tu, but not my person, yule mtu in a few years, you know.
Everyone wants to be in a situationship rather than a relationship.
Yeah, I think it's just a thing for our generation. I really don't know ni nini metupeleka hapo. You guys have maonis. Do you guys think or do you have an idea why we aren't committing in relationships? What's that?
Kuna mtu hapa ana volunteer opinion yake?
Atabe jina yake na atabe kama pressure ina decrease or increase.
I'm Kababa. Pressure iko tu hapo katikati. So my opinion kucommit hapana juu ya pesa. Money. Siku hizi wanataka pesa.
So money is mali una draw the line. Okay.
Anyone who agrees or disagrees with him? The ladies, ni amewakujia.
Ladies, do you think we commit or Gen Zs commit nowadays kwa relationships?
Kuna mtu ako na maoni huku? Especially the ladies.
I think naona kuna lady anainua mkono huko.
Sawa.
Yeah.
Where is she? Okay.
Pesa ni muhimu.
Pesa.
Yo. Okay. Okay, can you repeat the question?
I'm asking. Ni sawa tu tunajua hiyo pressure ina increase. Anyway, ma Gen Z nowadays kwa relationships ni kama hatu commit. Unafikiria that's the case? Na kama hiyo ndio case, mbona hatu commit?
I think like sometimes they commit, but in some cases they don't.
Oh, so ni comme ci comme ça.
Yeah, they sometimes commit, but in most cases they don't. Yeah.
Why? What is the reason?
Na unapo nyuma yake kuna msichana anataka akona points.
This gentleman wanted to talk, but I know she also wants to respond. Sindio? Yes, I'm coming to you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Marion. Anyway, my view about the same is it depends with the person and the generation that we're in. We look out from the past generations. So when it comes to relationships and commitments, our predecessors can I say predecessors?
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of them were in those situations because they were forced, or like the society really makes it to be so important. And coming to our generation, we have different views. We just want to develop ourselves. We want the best for us before we commit. Yeah.
Amesema kitu important
Sana.
Kabisa,
Huyo apewe soda huyo.
Yeah, apewe soda. Do you guys agree that you have more freedom to pick your partners than maybe your parents did? Yeah? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Both, yeah? All right, he also wanted to say something, but I think that's something to interrogate.
Yeah.
Our freedom, is it good or bad for us?
Yeah, thank you for the chance. I'm Obedi Mokua, and my view on the topic, I think first is the change in beliefs and values in our society. If you look at these generations, a lot of things have been imposed on these youths. They believe differently. They don't believe in the things that marriage is supposed to be, on how marriage is supposed to be looked at. Most people want the best for themselves. They don't want to commit, to build another person, to grow together as two, to make two to be one. And that's a challenge in this society. I think we've imported beliefs and values that will in future destroy the relationship of our marriages.
Thank you so much. Amesema kweli pia.
Thank you. Thank you, Mariam. Yeah. So, you know, that guy, I can't remember her name. She mentioned something to do with stress.
Yes.
Na nimefanya tu nirudi back to the discussion we're having on school. Do you, okay, I think uni is stressful, you know.
It is.
And our parents or our guardians sometimes wanasikianga tunasema tuko stress, wanashanga ni nini huyo anasema uko stress juu ya nini. You know,
Yeah.
I think the stress you need to read kwanza, na hata friendships, you know. I think, I don't know, I just want to ask daktari, how do we cope with stress? Unaona, hauna do, mzazi ana do, we uko tu, you know? How do you deal with stress? And especially with this day and age, where you wake up uko tu kwa simu, unaona friends zako wanafanya this and this and that, na we uko tu. How do you deal with such stress?
Yeah. When it comes to stress, kwa Gen Zs, najua stress inawakumba vibaya, sio? So sometimes with stress, you need to understand the situation. Uangalie your parents, where you come from. Kama ni mambo ya school fees, just direct it to your parents, waeleze nini, and the way out also. Maybe help loans and other things. Najua zimesumbua, but try to cope and learn from your friends. Ask the institution na vile wanaweza kusaidia na mambo ya school fees. For the other things, stress, mambo ya wenzako, that is what we call the peer pressure now. You can't make your own decisions. So learn to make that decisions, self-seeking interaction, like you interact with your own self. Kuwa na hiyo state of meditation, a small one, at least once a day, or maybe in a week you have a longer one, just to adjust within the environment. Because maybe your environment earlier was different, and you have gotten yourself in a difficult environment. Watu wanakukimbiza, wanakupeleka mbio, But for that, avoid such things like ukiona mtu maybe ameamua yeye ni wa mamas, for the men. Just try to cope, yeah. And then pia the ladies, wababas pia wako pale. So they want to commit to them and avoid you as a Gen Z. You see, your time is not even as reached. So just avoid such. Now focus. Yeah.
Focus. Watu wasome, watu wakae shule wasome. as we kind of wrap up this conversation, I think tumelan